Hey guys, welcome to day 24 of the 100 Day Project. This is day 23, 22, and 21. So those videos are up. If you want to go watch them, you're more than welcome. There are some more video coming for this project. It will be a bonus video. I've already started prepping the pages for those pages, and I'm probably going to go ahead and do enough pages to put in my other little tin here. So that'll be another project we'll be working on, but I'm not going to be doing that today. I kind of need a break from this. I also need to make it a shorter video day because I hurt myself this morning. I fell down the bottom of the stairs. I had socks on, which was a stupid thing to do in the first place. And my dogs are very rambunctious and they run down the stairs and they bumped my leg and I lost my footing, and on the last part of the landing, the bottom step in the landing, I wound up face down with my head on the bottom stair. I don't know how I wound up in that position, but I'm a little sore. Nothing's broken. Nothing's really hurt that bad. My toe is hurt. That's why I don't want to sit too long. Editing takes the longest. Art will take my mind off of this, but I need a little bit of a reprieve today. So I'm going to try to do something easy. So what I want to do today is bring this book in. This book is, I don't know how old. I did it a long time ago. I think it was back around the time I did the Junk Your Stuff with the paper bags and all my stuff in my drawers. I just pulled it out and started cramming it in those books, and I made a bunch of them. There's a video on that. I think it was after that I kept using my stuff and I made this. I didn't film this. I think I did show it in a video though. All this is a pad of paper that wasn't my favorite paper, and I took the 12 by 12 sheet. Pretend this is a piece of paper out of that book. I took the 12 by 12 sheet and I folded it in half. And then I took a piece of fabric. I had a bunch of scraps of fabric, and I took the scrap of fabric and I put it on the edge, like, pretend this is a scrap of fabric. I put it on the edge like this. And then I took strips of scraps. I'm thinking, so bear with me. I'm trying to remember. I took this to the sewing machine and I stitched it down, but then I took a bunch of scraps and I just laid them all over the page, and then I stitched them on the machine. I stitched them down. You can see fabric here, all the stitching on the scraps. You can tell that's a different scrap here. Let me open it up and show you. Yeah, see, this is a little bit easier to see. The fabric, strips of scraps, just strips. And anything that was, not a strip got put down too. And then I went back and I added doilies and I added lace. And the way I bound this was I took my crocodile and I made holes in the pages and I put grommets, little rings actually. I don't know if they're grommets, but they're little rings. And then I put the pages on these little round rings. And then I took fabric scraps and strips that I had and tied them around the edges. Then I added embellishments. Like this was an earring from an antique mall, and I just stuck it on a keychain. I clipped on little papers, and here's a little charm hanging from the lace, and my mom loved lipstick, so that represents my mom. I always have something like that around that represents mom. A little tag that I stitched some scraps on, a butterfly pen, the H for me, for my last name, hanging there. And so that's all I did, and I did not finish this book. You can see these are just scraps. I put in strips of trim. These are stickers. I wish I hadn't put those in, but I did, so I can cover that up. I put in these little paper clips down the edge here. Tags that came out of a booklet. I don't love this, so I might alter that. Maybe I'll do that today. A card. And I stuck an envelope on top and put a tag in that. And these are little floss cards. You wrap your embroidery floss around it. And then I put little beads on some string on the edge of those so it flops. And some more cards, and just, you can see, same thing over and over. This is just the top of tea bags and the strings that I left hanging from it. A button that was left on the card, I just stapled it. This is an iCAD index card a day. I call it an index card any day, but they call them iCADs. This is a starter. And this is a pocket made out of paper bag. This is a bird die cut that I glued on. And these I just stuck on with fabric, I made little tabs to put it in the book. This is a ATC size piece of paper. It's an artist trading card is what it was. And I put buttons that I had. I just stuck them on here. And this is upside down on purpose. This is a little booklet that I had left over from something I did. And I didn't use these 3 pieces. So I just stuck them in here on the little chains. Just stuck them in here. So that's the flip through of the book. Hopefully you can see most of it. It's a little taller and I can't get the camera up anymore. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through, I found a page that I'm going to alter. And this is just a book to work on as time allows and as mood allows. And I haven't been in the mood for a long time. I haven't touched this book in years. So today we're going to do that. So I'm going to alter this tag. I have some papers out here. And they just so happen to have lots of blue in them, so that's good. And I'm going to take some gesso and push this back a little bit and put some papers on and see what we come up with. This is just a little gesso. It's Liquitex. And I'm going to put this on the tag. And I'm going over the stitch lines where I stitched on. Let me dry that and I will come back and figure out what to do with this thing. While I was heating this, I turned the page to see if I could get this sticker off. And it's coming off a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and just rip it because I don't love that. In fact, I'll leave it like that. I like it like that better. So little rabbit trail, sorry about that. Let's go back. First, I'm just gonna pull out the pieces that I think I might like. I'm going to glue these down. I was going to glue them with a glue stick. This is not going to stand out very well on this background. I might put some white gesso on my page here. Why not? Now, let's take some gesso and play around on the page a minute. Okay, I'm going to dry this real quick. I was looking around on the papers to see if there was any shapes that I could use on here that I liked, and I saw this one here, and then some of the butterfly shapes, like this one here, because this is a butterfly. And I think I'll try and see what I can get out of that. Okay, I cut out 3 shapes from the butterfly. See how the shapes are independent? I'm going to glue those down. Okay, let's get Mr. Stabilo All pencil involved. This is a Stabilo All. I'm just going to go around my shapes, bring them out a little more. Take some water and activate the pencil. Put some pencil marks in here. Okay, call me crazy, but I'm going to put some gesso on this page. I'm going to let this sit for a minute and think about it, and then I'll decide if I'm going to do anything more. I actually think I'm going to leave it just like it is. I like it this way, and I think once the book is done the same way, it'll be cohesive and it'll fit right in and it'll look cool. I think it's different. It's unique and messy, a little messy, and that's how I feel today. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. If I do any more, I'll do it in silence and just throw it in at the end as a bonus. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 25. Let me show you a close-up real quick before I go. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. I'm coming back to this page and I'm going to put a little bit of this Deco Art Light Antique White on here over the gesso. I want to push this page back a little more like I did this one. Okay, and then this page will be done. Okay, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.